me start by saying how much I loved this movie and your performance in it. I just want to say you did such great work. Jumping into this, when you're getting ready for a role like this, and a role that like Denzel has played in the past, how much are you saying, I want to look at his work and sort of look at it? And how much are you like, please don't show me that or even a frame of it until after I've finished?
Yeah, just as the audition came through, there was a moment where I was like, do I watch the Spike film or do I? And I was, no, I don't think I need it, because I feel like it's pretty clear when you read this that it's a different Malcolm. I think that's Regina and I really connected on that idea that this is Malcolm in private with his friends, you know, in love and joy and friendship, in a really vulnerable situation, a real spot of such huge shifts going on for Malcolm in his thinking, his religious thinking, his political thinking, and so no, I put my attention in a completely different direction, and I was kind of excited by the idea that there was an opportunity to play Malcolm in such a different setting. So yeah.
There's a speech in the film, the line in the sand speech. It's very passionate and it's very powerful. Can you sort of talk about prepping to do a scene like that and getting yourself in that mental headspace?
Yeah, well, we were shooting those long scenes all in different orders, and, you know, we'd do bits, you know, trying to stay on top of the emotional journey became that was the main concentration, because we were jumping back and forward and around. And the great thing about working with Regina and the kind of fluid, sort of even relaxed atmosphere that she created for the actors was that all of these really happy kind of accidents happened. And I had no intention of playing that moment like that at all. In Kemp's script, it doesn't say he's raging or his voice or emotion, nothing. It was just Sam leaves the room and I went to the window, and then Eli came over, and Eli was just annoying me, you know, as the character, and he was poking me, and something just flipped, and I just wanted to get away from him. And then it just sort of unraveled. And I only tell you that story because I'm like, that's only because Regina allowed for that type of work to happen. She allowed for that kind of, that danger where we were allowed to try things out a lot, and we were allowed to, you know, move and shift and shape and play.
It shows because all the performances in the film are just so effing good. You know, I have nothing but positive things to say, but talk a little bit about the staging of a lot of the scenes and what it was like behind the scenes, because a lot of it takes place in a hotel room, obviously.
Yeah, we had to kind of get a little bit creative about how we use the space and to keep it dynamic and make sure that we were moved around and we didn't get stuck in the same positions. But that was all kind of, you know, quite simple. We'd come in and we'd work it out. And then it was really important that, you know, we're filming in continuity and stuff, that you set out what you're going to do in the rehearsal, kind of the bold strokes, and then you kind of have to play within that framework for the rest of the day or the rest of the week, depending on how long that scene shoots for. So it was all good. It was that we tussled and we were figuring it out together, and, you know, some scenes were easier than others, but yeah, blocking in the room, it was something we had to constantly sort of negotiate and think about and be like, you've been in that chair, let's move here. So we, you know, trying to use the space in the best way possible.
A lot of actors I've spoken to that are playing a significant, like a real person like this in a significant role, will stay in character all the time from as much as they can. Did you do that? Or how much were you know what I mean, yourself? And talk a little bit about the balance of maintaining yourself while also trying to stay in character.
Yeah, I tried to stay in character as much as I could. There was a lot of listening and watching and repeating. I'd listen and repeat and listen and repeat. And from, you know, 90% of the time I was sort of quite noisy on set. I was the one, I was reeling off speeches from 6 a.m. all the way through till we wrapped, and I guess it was kind of annoying for people some of the time, but then some of the time it was really useful, because you repeat Malcolm's words out loud. They can be really impactful, and often the stakes of what he was saying were so mind-blowingly like profound. So yeah, I sort of stay in a semi-loose character, definitely the dialect for sure. I wasn't coming out of that, and the glasses stayed firmly on my face, for the 2 months, and the hair was helpful. And yeah, you just kind of stay in the vibe as much as you can.
I completely get it. I already have to go. I'm just going to say again how much I loved your work in this. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.